Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss combination of capacitors, under which we are going to discuss capacitors in series and parallel. Now let us start with capacitors in series. Capacitors in series. Let us take three capacitors having capacitances C1, C1, C2 and C3 are connected in series. The outer plate of the first capacitor and the outer plate of the third capacitor are connected to the source of EMF, which gives the potential difference V. Okay, so this is the battery source. The left plate of the first capacitor is connected to positive and the right plate of the third capacitor is connected to negative. As soon as we connect the battery, what will happen? The positive charge will appear on the left plate of the first capacitor. Immediately, an equal amount of negative charge will be induced on the right plate of the first capacitor. At the same time, an equal amount of positive charge will appear on the left plate of the second capacitor. Why? Because the right plate of the first capacitor and left plate of the second capacitor are connected with the uncharged wire. Okay, so here in the first capacitor, the left plate which has charge of plus Q and an equal amount of negative charge will be there on the right plate. Similarly, here on the second capacitor, the left which has a charge of plus Q and the right plate which has an equal amount of negative charge. Similarly, the third capacitor here we have plus Q and here minus Q. Okay. So, in between we don't have any charge at all. Okay. So, in series combination of capacitors, the charge remains the same. But what is the potential difference across each capacitor? The potential difference across the first capacitor is V1 and the second capacitor is V2 and the third capacitor is V3. So, now let us consider P and Q are the two terminals. Okay. So, what is the potential difference across the two terminals P and Q, which is nothing but the potential difference across each capacitor. So, V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. And we know that what is V1? V1 is equal to Q by C1. And what is V2? V2 is equal to Q by C2 and V3 is equal to Q by C3. Because the charge which remains same on all the three capacitors. Which alone is different? The potential difference alone is different. Okay. Now let's take P is equal to Q by Cs. What is this Cs? It is nothing but the equivalent capacitance of all the three capacitors. Now let's take equation number 1, and this is our equation number 2, and this is our equation number 3. When you substitute equation 2 and 3 in our equation number 1, what will we get? Instead of V, we are going to substitute Q by Cs, V1 Q by C1 plus Q by C2 plus Q by C3. So, Q by Cs is equal to, take this Q out. So, 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. Okay. So, this Q and Q get cancelled. So, 1 by Cs is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. Okay. So, when we connect the capacitors in series, then the reciprocal of the equivalent capacitance is equal to the sum of the reciprocals of each capacitors. Okay. So, similarly, we can connect n number of capacitors in series. So, what is the equivalent capacitance at the end? The equivalent capacitance will decrease. So, the 3 points are very important here. The first one is, whenever the capacitors are connected in series, which quantity remains the same? The charge remains the same. Which quantity will vary? The potential difference will vary. Each and every capacitor, they have different potential difference. Okay. And finally, the equivalent capacitance will decrease. These 3 points are very, very important. Even when you connect any two capacitors, you can also calculate what is the equivalent capacitance. Okay, so any number of capacitors can be connected in series, but finally at the end the equivalent capacitance will decrease. Okay, now let us discuss what is the equivalent capacitance when we connect the capacitors in parallel. Okay, so now we are going to connect capacitors in parallel. So we are going to discuss capacitors in parallel. So again, let's take three capacitors, okay, having capacitances C1, C2 and C3, and all the three are connected in parallel. So C1, C2, C3, okay, and it is connected to a source of EMF which gives potential difference V. So let us take, this is our two terminals P and Q. Okay. So here from the source, the point P which receives a charge of plus Q. which receive a charge of plus q. But here the charge will be distributed to all the three capacitors. Okay. So, in the first capacitor, the left plate which receives the charge of plus q, and let it be q1 here, and this plate which receives a charge of q2, and this which will receive charge of q3. Okay. So, in the previous case, we assumed that is when the capacitors connected in series, charge remains the same. But here the charge is distributed to all the three capacitors. Okay. But the potential which remains the same. Look at this picture. So here the third capacitor which is connected parallel to the battery source, and similarly the second capacitor which is also connected parallel, and the first capacitor which is also connected parallel. So in this case the potential difference remains the same, but the charge which is different in all the three capacitors. Okay. So now let's take Q is equal to, what is the total charge then? Total charge Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Now let us take, this is our first equation. Okay. And now we know the formula of Q in terms of capacitance. What is the formula? Let's take Q is equal to Cp into V. What is the Cp? Which is nothing but the, in the case of when we connect the capacitors in parallel, what is the equivalent capacitance of parallel combination? Okay. And here we can write Q1 is equal to C1 into V, and Q2 is equal to C2 into V, and similarly Q3 is equal to C3 into V, because the potential difference is same across each and every capacitors, whatever may be the number. Okay, it may be any number of capacitors. Now let's substitute the value of Q, Q1, Q2 and Q3, and we can take, this is our equation number 2 or something, and in our equation 1. Okay. So when you substitute the value of Q in the first equation and Q2, Q3, everything, what will we get? C2V plus C3V. So again you can take V as a common term which is taken outside the bracket. So this is C P into V. Can you cancel this V and V? Yes. So Cp is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. So when we connect the capacitors in parallel, then the equivalent capacitance is equal to the sum of the capacitances of individual capacitors. So here we can come to the conclusion that whenever the capacitors are connected in parallel, then the total or equivalent capacitance will increase. Okay. So I hope you all of you understood capacitors in series and parallel. Yes, capacitors connected in series and parallel. Let me recall once again the important difference between capacitors in series and parallel. Whenever the capacitors are connected in series, the charge on each capacitor remains the same, but the potential difference will be different. But when we connect the capacitors in parallel, potential difference across each and every capacitor remains the same, but charge will be different. And when we connect the capacitors in series, then the equivalent capacitance will decrease, but when it is connected in parallel, the equivalent capacitance will increase. Hope you all of you understood these two topics, right? Thank you, students.